as promised, you guys asked for Swedish meatballs made by a Swede.
Okay.
And I was telling Mrs. Deb the other day that I'm very lucky to have in-laws that I actually like. So thank you for being so nice to me.
Okay.
No turkey this year.
That's right.
So a lot of folks said that this was not really that new of a deal, that they had Swedish meatballs before at IKEA. IKEA. I say IKEA. How do you pronounce it properly?
IKEA.
IKEA.
Yeah.
How do you say Husqvarna, please, from a Swede?
Husqvarna.
See, I've been saying it right the whole time.
Yes, I know.
No, you're supposed to be Husqvarna.
No, Husqvarna.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the ladies are going to make proper Swedish meatballs.
Absolutely.
No horse meat?
No horse meat today.
Only beef. Okay,
Only
so
beef.
I'll let you get started. I'll step out here, and I think you'll enjoy this.
Roller coasters and Ferris wheels. You like.
Okay, so what do we have for ingredients? We've got the hamburger. We've got just the bread. You guys have kind of crunched that up in little pieces.
Yep.
You're cooking the onions down. We've got
Yep.
some egg yolks. How come you guys didn't serve this to me when I first visited Sweden? Do you remember what the family made?
No.
So I'm not an adventurous eater, and I don't like fish
Right.
very well.
Yeah.
And they eat a lot of fish in Sweden.
Absolutely.
A lot of smelly fish.
Yes.
And
yes.
so the family decided to put on kind of a traditional Swedish, was it smorgasbord?
Yes,
How do you say it?
yeah.
Actually,
Very
that's-
fermented,
Yeah.
lots of beets.
with a lot of the traditional food, which is a lot of fish
Yeah.
fermented. And so I was looking through, it was all late, I was looking through this and I'm thinking, good grief, there's nothing here that I'm going to eat. This is so disgusting. And I saw one thing
Yeah.
that it looked good to me, and you
Yeah.
know what it was? It was fish sticks. It was
Oh, fish
It was
sticks!
Gordon's fish sticks. I saw that and
think I
like,
remember
I'll
that.
have
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
We
And
actually
so-
had that for the children.
That's exactly what happened. And so I'm scooping them on my plate, and
Yeah.
some nice woman, I don't remember who it was, she's like, "Oh no, that's for the children," and she took it away and put it back. I'm like, "Oh no!" And so I've got like these little tiny, like little nouveau cuisine where you get
Yes.
the little like a pea and you get a little thing. That's what my plate looked like.
well, and
then-
the whole family was like, "Your boyfriend doesn't eat very
we weren't
much."
even married then, were we? So it was off to McDonald's.
The first thing we're gonna do is take the bread, 100 little pieces, soak it in some milk.
I'm grating some onion. Sometimes you can actually even chop this if you want to, but I think we like smaller pieces, so we are grating some onions in here.
Lite mjölk. There's another half onion
Yeah.
up there if you want to grab that. Found it.
Otherwise, I'm good at putting stuff away for them.
Så här, det går bra. Vi kommer använda det senare.
Yeah.
Du kan
Ja.
ta, jag behöver 4 egg yolks.
4 egg yolks, I can do that. So I am just, we're just going to use the egg yolks in this particular dish. So I am getting the egg yolk separately from the white. And then this is going to get into the ground beef, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to go ahead and mix the bread and the beef and the eggs and the onions. So I'm going to go ahead and soften the onions first before we add it into the beef mixture.
Okay, so what do we have for ingredients? We've got the hamburger. We've got just the bread. You guys have kind of crunched that up in little pieces.
Yep.
You're cooking the onions down. We've got
Yep.
some egg yolks.
Hello.
Is this meal Sweet Loaf approved?
We've got to give a couple months first. Yeah, she's not quite into the solids yet.
I think
we should
start calling her
But she is.
Big loaf.
She's looking pretty solid herself. So we're starting to add the ingredients into the KitchenAid, and we're going to go ahead and mix it and mix it and mix it.
You know what they call these in Swedish?
What, meatballs?
Yes. Köttbullar.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think you can say that. This is a family channel.
Nej, köttbullar.
So,
All right, you guys.
so
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
What year was it that you came over from Sweden to America?
I came over 1965. And then,
1965.
and then I was a nanny.
So, what was your first impression when you saw America? How was it? Had you been to America before?
Well, I was here for a summer for 3 weeks.
So it wasn't a big surprise then?
Well, it was still a big surprise to live in a family, and the other times it was just all glitzy and fun. Now I was in a family, so the lady in the household that I worked, she was a great cook. So she really inspired me to keep on going. So that was wonderful. I liked that lots. Yeah. I think every time I saw something new, I said, "Oh boy!" Everything was a boy because I was really impressed easily.
So when we were at our wedding, we have a good friend, Dawn,
Yeah.
who said something really funny. Is that you came over from Sweden in the '60s,
Right.
and you brought the '60s Swedish dialect,
Correct.
and you still kind of got that going on, from what I understand, right?
Yeah, that's what they joke about me in the family when I go home to
go
Sweden.
back to Sweden, like
So-
she's like you're saying the equivalent of, "Oh, it's groovy, man." That's
Yeah,
like
that's right. That's right. They do make fun of me on occasions. But you know, it's funny how some words cycled around. So I think some of the words are now being used again.
Now you're cool
Yeah,
again.
now I'm
You're
cool
so
again.
hip, Mom.
I am
She's always
finally.
cool.
Yes,
Always
yeah.
cool.
When we got our last vacuum, we called it our robot, and so we would be like, "Jack, would you like to use the robot?" And so at first he thought it was pretty cool. He doesn't think it's so cool anymore. A little tip is to go ahead and fry up some of the meatball first to see how it tastes, because depending on how fresh your spices are, it can taste very different. This way we know whether we need to add some more spices or not. Plus we get to taste the deliciousness before we actually start making the meatball.
How was it growing up with a Swedish mother? I would imagine there weren't a lot of those around where you grew up.
No, there were not a lot of those. It was interesting because she cooked food that was different than what everybody else would eat. So we had chicken curry, we had a lot of fish. What else did we eat that was strange? Knäckebröd, right? Salt lakrits.
Saltlakrits, absolute.
Yeah, so it had some things that were a little bit strange. And then, it's
Cardamom
always
buns.
cardamom roll.
Yeah.
So delicious.
Yeah.
And then our holidays were a little bit different. Christmas Eve instead of Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Julgransplundring, so you'd throw out your Christmas tree and you'd have a party all about it.
Yes.
Things that are kind of strange.
So, Justin, what's the deal with the surströmming? Do people actually enjoy that?
They do, and it's actually a big parties going on with surströmming. I've had it a couple of times. I can't say it's on my list of being delicacies, but it's just the thing about it. You sit outside, it's usually in the fall. You had something called almond potatoes. They are almond shaped. And then you have onions to go with it, sour cream, a special type of bread, and you roll up the surströmming that smells putrid. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Smells terrible.
Sour.
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 Yes. And what they have done is they have taken Baltic herring, I believe it is, and they put it in cans with some certain bacteria.
Oh yeah, we've all seen the videos.
Yes.
I've seen
Yes.
grown American men cry just from the canister being open.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely correct.
So if I were to have some of that for you next time, would you enjoy that?
No.
All right, Mom, we've got to clean as we go, just like a pro.
Okay. My husband tells me that all the time.
Svenska, det var engelska.
We need to speak
Du måste tala lite svenska nu.
Så pappa, varför använder du nib istället för nu och dib istället för det?
Förlåt, jag talar inte mycket svenska. See what I mean, Cody? It is confusing.
I've been working on my Swedish.
Let's
Tell
hear
us,
it.
what do you have?
Tita ne hund.
What about a color?
It's not dog meat.
Right.
What did I say?
You said, look, no, dog.
No, you didn't.
What I love is that you came over with your girlfriend,
Yeah.
and she also married an American.
She did.
Yeah.
You're right. She lives in Connecticut. Too.
Which, I mean, I think of just like
Yeah.
those American men can really woo the women, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, Mom liked Cody, and she, because of her Swedish accent, said to me, "Oh, did you talk to that long fellow instead of tall? That long fellow, he was so nice." And I was like, "Yeah, that long fellow, he was
So
not my kind of guy, but apparently he was."
Yeah. Well, it's always fun to hear stories how people met, I think. Right? Well, guys, this looks very nice. I think we're going to have a nice meal. Mm-hmm. Yes. To go out.
So delicious.
Is it good? Mm-hmm.
Here.
Try.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, so good.
it is good, isn't it?
Good spices.
Yeah.
In a little baking.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're going out to
Pizza tonight.
Italian food tonight.
Yeah.
But you guys will put these in the fridge and then we'll bake them.
Yeah.
And then we'll make the whole dinner tomorrow. So I don't know if the finished product will be in this video or the next one. Depends on how long it takes, but regardless.
Okay, we're
we'll
gonna
we'll
eat.
share it. So
Yep.
these are great. So, all right, thanks for watching.
All
And we'll
right.
see you on the next video.
And make sure you give a thumbs up.
That's right.
Oh, way to go, Dad! Good job.
Comment, subscribe, right?
Like, comment,
How do you
subscribe.
say it in Swedish?
Tycka om, eller tryck på knappen.
Tumme upp.
Tryck på tummen.
Tryck på tummen. Ja,
Tryck
bra.
på- tryck på-
Tummen upp.
Ja.
Skoj!
Skoj!
Skoj mamma!
You